Welcome, everybody. Welcome. You guys are doing some exciting things. We're going to hear, I'm going to go over some numbers here, just a little bit of what you guys have been doing over the last week, but it's just phenomenal. Man, you guys are on fire. Man, we got people coming from all over the country. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to max this thing out tonight, guys. It is going to be exciting. All right, guys, I don't want to take up everybody's time, but welcome this call. My name is Curtis Harlan. I want to kind of go over just a few things and recognize a few people. Last week, you guys did some phenomenal numbers. You had 103 people that joined actually from Sunday to last Saturday. And this week already, you've had 74 new people that have joined the team. You guys are blowing it up. We had about 40 people that promoted to associate. Guys, that just unlocks that $500 check. And I know there's a lot of people on this call that maxed out those ranks. Most of you guys have only been in the business for about 10 days, so you are rocking it. At this time, I'm going to turn the call over to Michael. I know he wants to say a few things. And then, Michael, you on the call?
I am definitely here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
I don't think my...
I don't have no video on you yet.
There we go.
There we go.
I've used this thing before. All right, what is up, team? Thank you, everyone, for jumping on. I'm super pumped. I've never experienced anything like this. I've been involved with network marketing, different businesses for a while, but what we have here is something truly special. And I think a lot of that started with Ron, and when we first started talking about, what this business can be and what 7K offers people. And, I just want to give a huge shout out to Mike Ablett. Him and I kind of started with this journey, and he kept pushing me, and he was always so excited, so pumped up. And he just, he was like, hey, we got to get into this. People need more silver and gold. And I said, and he just kept pushing me. And, I can't thank him enough just for everything that he's done. And I'm so happy to see him, succeed and really get what he deserves. But the big thing that I've seen is just so many lives change because of people's mindset. And I'm big on teaching about that. And I'm going to keep doing it because to me, that's really all that matters. Because when we believe that we can do something, we can. But we don't set our goals low, we shoot for the sky. So just a couple more people on the team I want to give a shout out to. Marco and Veronica have just been amazing. They keep going no matter what. Alan Wiggins is a man on a mission, and he has been just a blessing to me as our friendship has gotten closer, and I see how his team is growing, and I'm really excited about what they're going to do. Can't thank Ryan enough, Ryan Hutchinson. Kind of our social media marketer guy, and he just puts in all the behind the scenes work that a lot of people don't see. So I wanted to shout him out, and I think he went associate last night. Guys, this is just the beginning. I said something last night that most people would think is crazy. I think we're going to put 100 people in at Silver before this is all done. The way we're moving, and we have to keep this momentum going. This is just the beginning. And really, I think, the man who makes this all possible, because of his passion, because of his fire, because of his consistency, is the man, the myth, the legend, Ricardo Hamilton. I can't tell you what a blessing this guy's been in my life, whether it's building different businesses or just lifting each other up or always being there to bounce ideas off each other. He has such a passion for what he does that it's just contagious like I've never seen before. So I just want to give Ricardo a huge shout out. I couldn't have done this without you. Forever grateful. And brother, I know you're ready to preach, so give it to the people and let them know why they want to be on this team, because we're not stopping. We're just getting started. And Ricardo and I are going to hit silver this week, if not tonight. So we just want to bring everyone up. Once we are at silver, we're just helping out the team. We're not taking on any more personals till everyone's at the table. And we're ready to go up to gold, because that's why you link with people that want to bring other people up, because to me, that brings more joy than anything that money can ever do. So Ricardo, bring the people to fire. Let's teach them the truth about why we save in assets, gold and silver, and how amazing 7K is.
Whew, man, I'm overwhelmed, man. I'm fired up, man. This is truly legendary right here. Those numbers, Curtis, put together earlier. I mean, this is phenomenal, folks. We really got something special here with 7K and the awesome leadership and team that we're putting together here. I'm just excited. I'm overwhelmed, and it all starts with, like you say, Mike, it starts with belief, man. At the end of the day, and that's one of the mottos of this company that I really like. It says, we believe in you, you know what I mean? And I believe as well that people, should have a better quality of lifestyle. They should be able to sleep better at night about their financial future, sleep better at night about their future generations and where their life and where their economy is going. And this company does that. It's very exciting for me to know that I can give something to people of real value and actually help them be able to create generational wealth in these assets and, and leave a story, leave a legacy. So, I mean, I'm fired up. 7K is just awesome. And you guys also make it possible. I feel like we just getting started, Mike. We've been in here like 2 weeks. We've been in here like 2 weeks. And, this time is different, folks. I know that we all have been a part of different opportunities, trying to find our way in this economy and get ahead for the betterment of ourselves and our family and others if we can. And, 7K, just the way the comp plan is even set up, let alone giving you the asset, but just the comp plan, it's set up for everybody to win. It's set up for you to actually help and build a team. I've been a part of companies where they say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And most of the time you're in a business by yourself and they're hoping you build it up. And we're actually helping get people to those levels. You heard, Curtis say people are hitting associate, people are hitting copper, people are hitting bronze. That's a team effort. And even me today, thank you guys for the acknowledgement and respect. But I wouldn't be at bronze if it wasn't for the team. If it wasn't for people like Eunice Heron, just tearing this thing up. Somebody like her so passionate about helping people and bringing real solutions to them. And people like, Larry Wiggins Bay, who, helped me get the bronze as well, just continuing to just be himself and bring people to real opportunity, and it's the whole team, and I hate to, when you start naming names, you want to go down the list, but apparently we got about 170 people. So, Valerie and Benson, just people are it's taking over. So, I'm fired up. I don't want to hold it, too long. I think that, obviously we've been honored, to have CEO of the company on this live stream tonight, folks. And, there's some big news coming out. We're just getting started. And like Mike said, as far as strategy, me and Mike are at bronze. We'll be silver by next week. And after that, it's about helping the team get there. So we placing people, we helping people get started. And we're going to do a back office, not necessarily a back office training, but we're going to do a strategy session with you guys very soon. Because a lot of people are calling me saying, well, where do I place this person? And all of that. So we're going to get to that, folks. But I'm fired up. So let me not hold it up too long. Mike, I'm going to pass it back to you. And we're going to get this thing rolling. I think you got to unmute yourself, brother.
I'm all nervous tonight. I'm just pumped up. So
Right.
Thanks for helping me out as always. So right now I want to bring on one of my mentors, my upline in 7K. And when he first presented this company to me, I was doing very well in a different company. And he really convinced me to shoot for the stars. He said, Mike, I think you're better than that. I think you can do more. And I think you're ready to go to the major leagues and really make a difference in people's lives and change lives. Yes, you can make some profit and that's great and everything. But when you start seeing people's lives change, and that's really where it's at. And I think Ron saw that in me as being a teacher and a coach in my life. And he just really built me up and has supported me all along the way. So Ron, I just want to say thank you and just give you the floor here to bring on Zach here in a little bit. But take it away, my brother.
Thank you. Can you hear me there, Mike?
You got it.
You know, I always look back and say when there's 20,000 people in your downline between you and Ricardo, people going to have a lot of thanks for you guys, because I know what you guys are doing over in that company. So again, I thank you for everything you're doing as far as your leadership. Both of you guys. I mean, when I go back and I say to you, you got to hit bronze tonight, and you said, oh, no problem. And I go to Ricardo and I think, wait, you got to hit bronze tonight. He's, oh, no problem. Guys, that's true leadership. Those are the kind of guys who I like working around. Just show me what I need to be doing, and I'm doing it. A little bit about myself, guys, before I jump right into introducing you, not the CEO, but one of the owners, right, of this company. I've been in network marketing for a while, and I've seen the ups and the downs. I've seen all the goods and the bads. You know, my wife and I, we've made some great money in this business of network marketing, right? But I think when my partner Batman and we drove down to Dallas, that was Curtis Harlan, we drove down to Dallas to take a look and vet this company. We made a short trip to Houston, which was the #1 person in the company. His name was Tony Hubbard. And the thing that I was so grateful for was the fact that there were so many people who were willing to help you become successful. Tony Hubbard was one of those people. I was looking at a video of a guy who, speaking of Tony Hubbard, I was looking at a video of a guy who he started out a little bit before me, but he got me to introduce me to a guy who was making $1 million a month in network marketing. He did a video shortly after that, and they said, what was the difference between you making $250,000 a month and you making $250,000 a year? What did you do different? And his comment to that was nothing. It was just the positioning that he was in. To be able to put people on a call with somebody of importance. So when I remember you called me up and you said, hey, and I gave you the challenge, I said, you know, if you can put 5 or 6 of their leaders on the call, I can get one of the owners on the call to talk a little bit about where the company is. You know, I knew what you guys are doing. I knew what Ricardo was, Mike Ablock. I knew what you guys have done in network marketing. I knew that you guys were what they call heavy hitters, right? We knew that. But not often can people come into a company and be able to put one of the owners on the call. And, you know, I had been in the business for probably about 4 or 5 months prior to us doing that. And he blew my mind based upon some of the things that he was talking about. And I'm glad I recorded that, because I kind of listen to it all the time, talking about our Sound Money wallet. And then I threw the challenge out to you guys just recently. And I said, well, if you guys could put 100 people on a call, I would surely get Zach, one of the owners, on this call, so you guys can actually hear from him again. Because I think it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, people who are on this call, I think it's so very important that you guys understand where this is going. I remember my father telling me at one point in time in my life that if the worst surfer, you can be the worst surfer in the world. If you catch the right wave, you'll land on the beach, right? When we started out in network marketing back in the early 2000s, it was all about pills, potions, and lotions and owning your own, right? And I remember right after that, there was a big coffee boom. Everybody was doing the coffee business, right? And every one of those times, I missed it. Now we're talking about financial, as Ricardo talks about, is transferring of wealth. Everything's about transferring of wealth. And when I looked at this company, Curtis and I looked at this company, I said, this is the first company, to be honest with you guys, that I could see the little man winning. This is the first company I really honestly say that a person can get into this company and you cannot be hurt. You know, you can't be hurt, because at the end of the day, you're getting an asset. You're getting a tangible asset that you can leave or will to somebody else. So now, I didn't get on here to talk about that, but what I talk about is where we are as a company, right? To be able to get on a call with one of the owners to share his vision of where we're going. Guys, this is the wave. The wave hasn't even started yet. We're way before the wave. I mean, we're so far in front of the wave, but the wave is coming. And I'm telling you guys, as we said this a long time ago, Curtis and I said, before Christmas, we'll have 10 to 15,000 people in this business because of the greatness that you guys are doing, the greatness of the company and our product. So without further ado, I'm gonna get out of the way of greatness. I'm gonna bring on one of our co-owners, Mr. Zach Davis. Mr. Zach Davis, are you there, sir?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
There he is. Take it away, sir.
Hey, I'm super excited to be on with you guys tonight. And first off, before I say any other comments, I want to recognize Mike and Ricardo. Congratulations on your rank advancements, dude. When somebody just tells you to level up, and you're like, "Yeah, I got that. Tomorrow morning, boom, I'll level up." Right? That's freaking awesome. So congratulations, Ron. Congratulations to you on your most recent rank advancement as well. That's awesome. Curtis, you got a great group of people that you've put together here, which is phenomenal. Trust me, we are very aware of what you guys are doing in the field. You know, we look at the numbers weekly. We sit down as an ownership group. We look at where the hot spots are. We actually have a heat map. Have you guys seen the heat map? So we actually have a heat map, right? Where I can pull it up and I can go, okay, we got a little fire going on right here. Like we got a little fire going on right here. And you guys are like, so the West Coast is on like literal fire, but it's nothing compared to the heat waves you guys got going on all around the country with what you have going on with the growth. So, and talking about surfing, we're just waxing the board. We're just waxing the board right now, right? I mean, we literally haven't even put the board in the water. You guys say you're just getting started. I'm telling you, we have projects right now that we are working on that it's going to take us 10 years to put together. So the long-term vision of this company, where we're going, based on where the world is today, the things that we want to do, the people that we want to affect, we have a huge, huge appetite here to change the world. And so we have this board that has all these things on. I wish I could tell you guys what it is because it's so amazing. But if I do, you'd be like, well, we're just going to stop and wait till all this stuff is done because it'll be even better. But I'm telling you, you can't stop, okay? Because we got to have you keep going to get this stuff accomplished. But we have so many cool things coming. You know, I look back at the very beginning when some of the individuals got in the very beginning of the company, and you look at the transition. You know, all companies have a transition where it's amazing to me that the people that are successful in the very beginning are even successful because there's like no tools. We didn't have a wealth system. We didn't have a wealth strategy. We didn't have the sound money wallet. We didn't have the vault. We didn't have a variety coin. It was just a generic silver eagle that was going out. And so the progression of the company now today that you guys are building in is unbelievable. And it is nothing, I'm telling you, it is nothing compared to some of the projects that we're working on right now. Okay. So this is, this is the one thing that I really want to reiterate with everyone tonight. Okay. There's a compensation plan to this company, right? And there's also a product side to this company. But the thing that I want you guys to really understand is the product of gold and silver is really cool. Okay. And the compensation plan is really cool. But I want you to know from us and from our perspective as the co-founders, and I think I can speak for my partners when I say this, the real product in this company and in this business is you. And it's the people that you talk to every single day, because behind every single commission check that goes out, behind every single piece of silver, piece of gold that goes out in the mail, there is a story. And there is somebody behind that. Someone who worked hard to get that commission check, someone who's getting a piece of silver for the very first time, that when they get it, they're going to open it up. And it'll be the first time they've ever had silver or gold dropped in their hand. And it'll be like the miracle moment. By the way, how many of you it blew your mind when you got your first coin in the mail? Just say yes in the chat if you would for me, okay? So just say yes. If it blew your mind when you got it, you're like, this is unbelievable. There's like no expiration date on this thing. I don't have to try to convince my skinny friends they got to take a fat pill. I don't got to try to convince people who don't have arthritis to take an arthritis pill. I mean, Ron, you brought it up, so I'm playing off of it, right? That the product is unbelievable with what we do here. And that's one of the things that we said when we very first started this company is we said, look, in fact, can I share? I don't know how long you guys want me to blab on, but would it be all right if I shared with you sort of the first beginnings of the company from my perspective and the things that were important to me when we started this company and why we structured it the way we did? Is that all right if I do that? I'm getting nods. Okay, cool. Okay, so so my experience in network marketing has been nothing but awesome. Okay, I've had a great experience in network marketing. I love this industry, but as well as some of my fellow partners and some of you, I have this love-hate relationship with this industry. And the reason it's a love-hate is because I absolutely love what it can do, but I hate the fact that some of the companies do the things they do to penalize people and punish people, right? And I hate the fact that there are some people who put in their best effort and somehow it's not enough and they walk away with a bad taste in their mouth. So there's some things that I really, 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 really do not like. but there are things I absolutely love, because I have seen people's lives changed exponentially because of the power of this industry, and they never, ever, ever, ever would have been able to do that with any other tool on planet Earth. Okay, this industry has a way of leveling the playing field. It doesn't care. It doesn't care what color your skin is. It doesn't care what education level you have. It doesn't care what your family background is. It doesn't care how much land you own. It doesn't care if you live in the suburbs, if you live in the city, in the Bronx. It doesn't care, right? This industry is built based off of the work and effort that you put into it, and the money that comes is directly related to the amount of people that you can personally influence and change their lives. It's like Zig Ziglar said. I saw Tony Hubbard raise his hand on the call. He says this all the time. I love the Zig quote, right? When you help enough people get what they want, you're going to get exactly what you want in life, right? And that is exactly what this industry is. So that's the thing that I love about it, is it's a way to help the average and ordinary people who magically Tony Hubbard appears on the screen, like asking you shall receive, at least the name Tony Hubbard. So the thing that I love about it is you can take somebody who has absolutely zero experience in business, and you can put them in this petri dish. And Ricardo, you mentioned in the very beginning, a lot of times companies will say that you're in this for yourself, but not by yourself, right? And then their compensation structure leaves you on an island. And that's one thing that absolutely frustrated me about this industry. So when Richard Hansen approached me, by the way, I met Richard. Okay, I'm going to give you the whole story. Okay. So I met Richard. If any of you have met Richard, it's a treat to meet Richard. So I met Richard back in like 2009, 2010. He flew in. I was the marketing director for another company. I put out my hand to shake his hand. He doesn't shake my hand. He pulls out of his pocket this vial that had like 20 1/10 ounce gold coins in it. Okay. And he dumps it in my hand. He's like, "Hi, my name's Richard. What's yours?" And here I'm sitting there with all this gold in my hand. Like, who introduces himself like that? Like, that's legit. Okay. So I'm like, "What is this?" And he's like, "It's gold." So from that point until for years, Richard kept trying to tell me, "Look, we got to introduce this product into the company." I'm like, "We're a nutraceutical company. Like, nobody's going to buy gold and silver inside this nutraceutical company." And so for years after that, he kept saying, "Zach, we have to start a company with gold and silver. We have to start a company with gold and silver." Look, I'm going to tell you guys, typically I get it, and I'm pretty good visionary and pretty open-minded, and I can see the big picture. I never got it from Richard. I never got it. Okay. But then when he approached me in 2016 and he came to my door, he drew some circles on my box. I'm like, "Oh, here we go." Right. And I had, by the way, how many of you on here have ever been a part of this industry before and then said, "Yeah, that was good. Got a taste of it. Never going to do that again." Okay. So I had moved on to some traditional other businesses that I had and was running. And so I had kind of stepped out of the network marketing industry. But what's interesting is the passion and the love never left, because there was no other company that I could start and no other business I could be a part of where I could change as many people's lives as I could when I was in this industry. And so there was something missing. He drew some circles on a box and he said, "Look, I think I figured it out." I'm like, "Okay, give me the lowdown." He says, "How many times have you stood on stage? And how many times have you preached to the people in the audience and said, you can make a significant amount of income here, but you knew in your heart of hearts it was not possible because the numbers just didn't work in the compensation structure. And you had to get up and tell that story so that you got a big check, but you knew that most of the people in the audience were not going to make that money." I said, "Richard, that's been my experience. And that's why I'm kind of out. I'm not interested anymore." He said, "I think I have it figured out." He showed me the compensation plan that he had kind of worked up. I said, "I think you have something here." And so the four of us sat down and we tweaked and tweaked and tweaked and tweaked. And then I said, "Okay, what's the product?" "Gold and silver." I'm like, Richard, like, I've told you this doesn't work, right? And he said, no, I think I have this figured out too. So we sat down as the four partners. We looked at it. We said, "Look, I really think you got something here." And we launched the company. Here was the parameters for me to play ball here. Was number one, we could not have a compensation plan that made one person $100 million a month and everybody else made a $5 one-time check, right? Never again am I going to be part of something like that, okay? This industry is too powerful not to share with everybody else. And the people that do the work deserve to make the money. Is that fair? Say yes in the chat if that's fair, okay? The second thing was, I said, I am not going to sell a weight loss shake. I am a 145 pound, 5'5" individual. I am not going to go around telling people to buy a weight loss shake when I obviously can't be a product of my product, right? So I'm not doing the nutraceutical thing again. I'm just not doing it. And so that was the second thing that had to happen. So you know what, Tony, unmute yourself, brother. Okay. I just want to show you guys the power of the product that we have. Okay. I'm gonna give you an example. I used to use this all the time. Tony, if you and I are buddies, okay? In fact, I think I just gave you a free $50 like the other day to the Sound Money Wall to show something, right?
My buddy.
So we trade money, right? Okay. So if I came to you and I said, look, Tony, I got a problem. My water heater in my house went out and I got to fix my AC. It's going to cost me about $4,500. So I need to borrow $4,500 from you. So here's what I'll do. I have a whole basement and garage full of weight loss shakes, lotions, potions, pills, powders, soaps, okay? I will give you as collateral all of that stuff if you borrow me the $4,500. And in 90 days, if I don't pay you back, you can keep it all. We got a deal?
No, we ain't doing that.
Dude, we're friends. How many of you would do that deal? Nobody's doing it, right? Because number one, you probably already have the product stashed away anyway, right? It has an expiration date. Right? Now, I want to be careful here. I want to say this. I don't think those products are bad, okay? I take the products. I think the other companies in our industry are wonderful. When one company does well, it's good for all of us. When a company goes out of business, it does bad, it's bad for all of us, okay? So I'm like the biggest cheerleader of companies to win. I think those products are cool. But now check this out. I just want to show you the power of what you're dealing with here because nobody can get hurt. And that was one of my biggest parameters. So let's just flip the model here, Tony. I still need the same $4,500. I still got the same problem, but what I have is a whole collection of coins that I've been getting from this company month after month after month that have been stacking up, and I've been storing them, and I will give you all of my gold and silver coins, and in 90 days, if I don't pay you back, you get to keep my coins. You do that deal?
100%. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, right? In the first scenario, you're like, in the second scenario, you're losing my phone number. You don't even want me to call you. You're praying I don't pay you back in 90 days, right? In the first scenario, no way. So that was the second thing that had to happen here for me, okay, for me to play. And that is the heart behind the company. Like, we really want people to use sound money. We really want people to become financially independent, to understand finances, and we really want people to win in the compensation structure. Like, that is our true desire, or we wouldn't pay the $500. How many of you agree with me that that's, well, $250 now with the promotion. How many of you agree with me? That's a big first check. That's a life-changing check. Okay, there was a police officer on a video that just came out that said, look, that keeps me home. A $500 check would keep me home as a police officer for an extra 10 hours a week with my family. You guys think that's a big deal? I think that's a big deal, right? So that's why I wanted to do what we're doing here. That's why I'm still involved here. That's why I'm excited about what we're doing, is because we're literally changing lives across the country. So I'm going to stop there. And Curtis, I don't know if you guys want to do question answers, or if you had something specific you wanted me to share, or if you want me to just be quiet and let you do your thing now.
I think some people we had on our last call, they wanted to hear a little bit about the Sound Money vault and wallet. So if you could maybe talk just a little bit about that, and then maybe we'll open it up for some question and answer.
Okay, cool. So give me a yes if you have used the Sound Money wallet. Okay, in the chat real quick. Just give me a yes if you've used the Sound Money. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. How does it work? Okay, good. I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, so quickly give me a no if you have not used it. I just want to kind of get a flavor of who we have on here. Okay, no. Okay, good. Okay, good. We got a few people that have not used it. Sweet. This is what I call opportunity. Okay, good. So the Sound Money wallet, here's why we came up with it, okay? Because for 5,000 years, people have used gold and silver. It is the best way to transact, okay? If you look at the model of cryptocurrencies are trying to mimic and copy exactly what gold and silver has done for years, okay? Through a digital format. Why do people use cryptos typically? They don't trust the government. They don't want a third party holding their money. They want to be able to use it whenever they want to use it, when they want to use it without somebody tracking them. Okay. Why do people use gold? It's the exact same thing. The problem with gold and silver is the transactional piece is a little bit difficult, right? It's a little bit clunky. Even like cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, it's a little bit clunky because you got to have a wallet and there's some expense behind all that kind of stuff. So one of the challenges was that we wanted to solve is we had people all the time that were saying, look, okay, so I get gold and silver. In fact, say yes. Okay. In the chat, just say yes if this has ever been a question that you have. Once I get this stockpile of gold and silver, what in the heck am I going to do with it? Okay, okay, good. Yes. Okay, it was one of the first questions I got when we first started the companies. People were like, yeah, Zach, you're telling me to buy gold and silver, but what am I supposed to do with it? Okay, and that's a good question. And traditionally, I would say, well, you got to go to the pawn shop. You got to sell it. You got to sell it back to us and get cash, right? And there's that whole process now of, and I'm just going to paint, I just want to paint this picture for you. If you've never done it before, the process it takes to take gold back to cash. Okay. So right now we have a buyback program. So if you buy gold or silver coins from us, loose bullion, we will buy that back from you. We have the highest buyback price. We have the most competitive sales price to sell it to you. We have the highest buyback price for you to sell it back to us and us to give you cash. Okay. But the process is a little bit clunky. So Ricardo says, hey, look, I need about $5,000 and I got some coins here. I want to sell it back to you 7K. Okay, great. So you give us a call. You say, hey, I got $5,000 worth of coins. I want to sell it back. We say, perfect. Box it up, ship it at your expense to the company. When we get it, we're going to open the box. We're going to test all these coins. We're going to make sure it's real because we're either going to turn around and resell it or we're going to sell it back to our suppliers. And we don't deal in fraud, fake coins, right? So we're going to verify that it's all real. That takes some time. Now we'll call you and say, look, Ricardo, it looks like it's real. Here's the price we can give you today. You're like, oh man, but I really wanted the price I could have got 5 days ago or a week ago. We're like, sorry, it takes time to get in the mail. We got to verify it. So this is the price we can give you today. You go, you know what? I don't think I want the price today. We go, okay, great. We'll box it up. We'll send it back to you at your expense. Okay. That's a hassle, you guys, right? How many of you agree with me that's a hassle? So if he said, yes, I do want to go ahead and sell at that price, then I say, okay, great. I can get you a check in the next 7 to 14 days because that's how long it's going to take either to sell it back to the supplier, go through the whole process, then you're going to get a check in the mail. Now, Ricardo needed the money like 2 weeks ago, right? And I'm dragging him out on this process because like he's looking to buy a brand new car. So he needs the down payment money. And so that's kind of the process of selling gold and silver back, right? It's not a bad process, but it is clunky and it is a long process. So one of the things that we wanted to do is we said, look, there's got to be a better way for people to transact with gold and silver and use it as actual money, just like you use coinage, right? Just like use a credit card. So that's where Sound Money was developed and was born. Is we now have a platform where so everybody has what we call an in-house wallet, okay? Your Sound Money wallet. So it's like a bank account where you can send in money. It sits in this account, okay? Nobody touches it. It's your money. It's allocated to you. And then you log into your back office and you can either go make purchases with it or you can buy other things from other people in the company with it, or you can buy gold and silver through the Sound Money wallet and have us hold it, okay? Now, the power of that is this. If you load your wallet with money, let's just say, okay, Ricardo again, he sold his brand new car, got a lot of cash now. He's moving back into assets out of liabilities. Good job, brother. So he's got a lot of money and he wants to buy some gold, right? And he goes, okay, I got an ACH. Well, that can take up to 3 days. Okay, or I'm going to wire some money. That can take up to a day. But I wanted gold at the price it was right now, not 3 days ago. So if you ACH this money, there's a hold period, right? We got to verify the funds, make sure it all comes in clear, good, and doesn't get pulled back, all the stuff. And then once it hits 3 days later, then you can go make a purchase. Well, if the price of gold and silver moves and you don't want to make that purchase anymore, that's a problem. So what this allows you to do is pre-fund your wallet. And the second you see the price of gold or silver hit where you want it, you just go in there and hit the transfer button and you immediately purchase gold or silver. Okay. It is instantaneous, which is awesome. The best part is coming back out. Okay. If Ricardo, he's like, got some brain fog going on. He's like, I'm moving back from assets to liability. That new car is just killing me. I got to have it, right? He needs some cash. So he wants to move $20,000 out of gold. Instead of having to go through that big long process, now all he has to do is hit the transfer button, and he can transfer $20,000 of gold back into his cash account that fast, right? It is instantaneous. And we tell you exactly what the price is going to be. All the fees are associated with it. It's totally transparent. And we log every transaction that happens along the way. Does that make sense? So what the Sound Money Wallet really does is it makes gold and silver available for people to transact with immediately, move from a hard asset into a fiat currency. Sorry, it is what it is. Okay, cash, where you can now put in your bank, and you can now go spend it on whatever you want to spend it. No more of this big, long, clunky process. The other cool thing about the Sound Money Wallet is, let's say Ricardo has a coin that I want, and Ricardo, actually, I'm going to buy your car. Okay, so Ricardo buys the car, and then he's like, hey, I got another buyer that'll buy it. So if I want to buy Ricardo's car from him, in the Sound Money Wallet, I can just go type in Ricardo's username, and I can say, okay, I'm buying it. So it's a $150,000 car. It's a nice car. So I can instantaneously move the money from my account directly into Ricardo's account that fast. How cool is that? Right? Instantaneously. Or if Ricardo says, you know what, I'd rather be paid in gold, I could move gold into his account that fast. Or I'd rather be paid in silver. I could move silver into his account that fast. Okay, I make a little note. This is for the car. He gets a line item on his ledger that says money came in. Here's what it's for. I get a line item on mine that says money went out. Here's what it's for. Okay, it is super, super simple. Do you guys want to see a screenshot, or do you guys want to see the process of how it actually works? Yes, I'm getting some nods. I don't want to take up too much time. If it's valuable, I'll do it. If it's not, then yes. Okay, they're all saying yes. Okay, so let me show you this. Okay, so this is an account. Let me pull it up here. Okay, this account I just play with so that I can do demos and share stuff, show people. Okay, are you guys seeing? You seeing this Sound Money screen? You guys disappeared, so let me see here.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I can't see it, so you'll have to tell me if this is making sense. All right. So what you're seeing here is if you logged into your back office. By the way, there's also a authentication process that you have to go through. If I hit this transfer button right here on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, if I hit, oh, I'm already logged in, so it's not going to make me do it. There we go. So when you come in here for the first time, every time, when you log in to keep your account safe, you're going to hit this transfer button, and it's going to ask you to put in a verification code, okay? You put that in, and then you can get in to move money. So what you're seeing here is this little pie chart is showing you exactly how my portfolio is split up. So I have in cash, it looks like there's a little over 2,000 there. In silver, there's 249. In gold, there's $717, okay? So it shows you exactly what my portfolio what this portfolio looks like. So if I go transfer, I can go, I want to move money from the bank, and I want to transfer to my Sound Money cash balance. Let's say I want to do $100. I hit transfer. Okay, look, notice here too, by the way, we're totally transparent about this. So details, it shows you, I'm going to move a bank transfer. It can take up to 3 days. Funds will be pulled from my account, which is this one. And it will be $100 will be deposited to your Sound Money cash account. And look, right here, the processing fee is free. Okay, so anytime there's going to be a fee, we tell you exactly what the fee is going to be before you push the transfer button, so you know exactly what you're paying, okay? So you can decide if it's worth it to you to do it or not. So if I hit transfer, now I go back in here, it's going to show right here, funding my Sound Money cash, payment via ACH, external funds, cash for $100, it's pending. Okay, when that money's available, it'll show up right here in cash. So this will say $2,121, and it'll have a line, this pending will disappear and show me that the funds are available. That's how easy it is to put money in there, okay? Now, let's say I want to transfer some money from cash to gold. I could go right here, okay? And these are all the places you can transfer money from. Cash, bank wire, check, cashier's check, my Sound Money cash balance, and this is the wallet I was talking about if you pre-fund this wallet, which is the cash balance you guys just saw that was the 2,000 or something. Okay, so if I take Sound Money cash balance, or I can do Sound Money silver balance, gold balance. So let's just say I want to take, so I want to transfer from my Sound Money cash balance and I want to transfer to the silver balance. So I want to buy some silver. Okay, let's just say I want to do that $100. Right here, it's showing me that I'm transferring $100 from cash to 3.087373 ounces of silver at $32.39 an ounce, because these are always going to be silver eagles and gold eagles. Okay, that's the only thing that moves in this Sound Money Wallet vault. And you can see right here, the processing fee, there is no processing fee for me to buy this silver. Okay, so if I hit the transfer button, now you can see right here that my silver balance went up by $100. Okay, now the cool thing is when I want to transfer back out, so if I go right here and let's go from silver balance, and I need some cash, so I can move silver into cash, I can move silver into gold, I could transfer silver to another member, or I could have the silver mailed to me. So if you're like, you know what, I've had that sitting in there a while, I don't think I'm going to buy anything with it, I really want to hold it in my possession because that's really important to some people, you can simply request the money that we're holding, or the silver that we're holding for you, we'll send it to you. Okay, so let's say I want to take it from silver and I want to put it back in the cash. Okay, let's just say that I want to do that $100 again. Okay, now look, transferring $100 from silver at $29.02 an ounce. Okay, now you guys are gonna be like, wait, but it went in at $32. There's a spread. Okay, there's premiums on this stuff. This is how the real world works in commodities. There's always a bid price and always an ask price. So full disclosure, when you're going to sell it, you got to make sure that you know exactly what you're selling. Okay, so I'm going to get $29.02 out of this, and there's a 1% processing fee. Okay, so if I hit transfer, now it's going to show me that I've minus $100 for my silver balance, and my cash balance is going to go up by 100. So if you look silver to cash transfer, it shows that 3.47915 ounces went out. Okay, now the other cool thing about this is, how many of you have wanted to be able to purchase gold, but you've thought it was just out of your league because it was too expensive? Okay, there are a lot of people that are in that category. They're like, Zach, I don't have $2,000 to buy an ounce of gold. I don't have $150 right now that I could spend on gold. Because of the way this functions, you could buy $5 worth of gold, and we take it down to 8 decimal points, and we'll show you exactly how much gold that you now own, right? So if you can only do $20 a month, this is like an unbelievable savings program where you could go in here and every month you could just go buy $20 worth of gold every single month. And pretty quick, you've got this portfolio built up that where else can you do that? You can't go to the pawn shop and buy gold for $20, right? But if that's what you have, and again, the other important thing to me is everybody has to be able to play in this game. This can't be just a rich man's or rich woman's club where people with a lot of money get to play in gold and silver. Okay, everybody's got to have the ability to do that. Does that make sense? You could do the same thing with gold. Let me see here. Let me do something here. Let's go. So let me show you this. This is really cool. So I'm going to transfer from cash, my Sound Money cash balance, and I'm going to go to another member. Who's going to be the lucky member? Ron, what's your username?
Kappamon, Kappamon. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ron A. I'm sorry, Ron A. RONA. There he is. I got to change that background.
I taped the one wrong name. Let's see. Let's see.
RONA.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's you, right? Right there.
Yes, sir.
So you see that, you guys? Okay, so I could move this $20 and just pay Ron. So let's just say that Ron and I had a lunch appointment, and he came and did a presentation for one of my guests, and he picked up my lunch, right? And a couple days later, I'm like, you know what? I really appreciate that, Ron, but I don't want you to buy my lunch. I'm cool. This is my business. I'm going to be responsible for my own stuff. Like, I really appreciate it. And so I want to pay you back for lunch. So I could just go right here and type in message to the recipient, lunch. Now look, details, I'm going to transfer $20 to Ron from my Sound Money cash balance. It will be reduced by $20.99. Why? Because there's a 1% processing fee. Okay. So if I hit transfer, now it's going to show right here, Sound Money cash to Ron. for lunch, and it moved $20.99. Okay, so it cost me $1. That's cheaper than PayPal, right? So that's how you can go from member to member. We've had people buy cars from each other. We've had people buy bicycles from each other. We've had people sell coins to each other and use this. Like it's the most unbelievable thing. So that's a good quick rundown of what that tool is. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. So a couple things that some of you might be really interested in. Okay, is you say, Zach, I'm going to buy gold or I'm going to buy silver, and it's going to be sitting in your vault, not at my house. How can I trust you to know that when I buy an ounce of gold, there is an ounce of gold sitting in the vault that is backing? Because I've heard this story before from the government, right? They are backing our currency with gold, yet there's no gold. Okay, so I want you guys to understand there's a company out there, it's the largest insurance company in the world. It's called Lloyd's of London. Okay, we are fully insured by a company called Lloyd's of London. So when you buy 1 ounce of gold, or you buy a ½ ounce of gold, or you buy 1/10 ounce or a gram, whatever, right? Fractional. We immediately buy that gold, we put it in the vault, and it stays there until you liquidate it. Okay, so we're audited every 30 days by, I believe it's every 30 days by this company called Lloyd's of London, who carries our insurance for all of it. Okay, so it's all insured. If anything were to ever happen, all the gold is there. It's yours. It's insured. And they verify that we have enough gold and silver sitting in the vault to cover all of our cash liabilities. How cool is that? Okay, so you don't have to trust us. You can trust Lloyd's of London, our insurance company, which is a huge company. You just go to any bank, and I promise you at the bottom of their deal, it's going to say insured by Lloyd's of London, right? Big deal. Big deal. So there's just a quick rundown and a couple things about the Sound Money Wallet.
Real quick, Zach, let's kind of knock out some of these questions if we can. It's in the Q&A, and then we'll finish up with a little bit more. So one of the questions is, can you have the gold shipped to your house?
Okay, good question. Yes. Okay, so when you go in and you purchase gold or silver, you're going to tell us again, okay, on that list where you transfer from and transfer to, okay, you're going to tell us if you purchase it, you're going to tell us what to do with it. So you're either going to tell us to put it in the vault, right? In other words, your gold balance or your silver balance, or you're going to tell us transfer it to a member, or there was one in there, if you remember, that says you're going to mail it to me. So if you click that button that says mail it to me, when you make that purchase, we're going to mail you that instead of holding it in the vault. Okay. Now, if we do that, obviously it's not in our vault. So you're going to have to go through that mailing it back process in order to get cash back out of it, but we will mail it to you. And anytime you want it, right? Let's say you buy it today, 6 months later, you go, you know what? I want some of my gold out. I want to hold it. You just go in there and hit the transfer button, say gold balance to mail to me. We mail it out to you.
Okay, great. Second question. So can this be done instead of an auto saver and I still get the points?
Okay, good question. Great question. Okay. So with the Sound Money Wallet, all of the gold and silver that is used there are gold eagles and silver eagles. Okay. And the reason we use those is because the premiums are set by the mints. You can't play with them. And also there's an abundance of them, right? We can get them and the value of those is all the same. Okay. So on all of that stuff, 7K Metals does not make any money on it. Okay. That's the member benefit to you guys to be able to purchase that stuff at some of the best prices out there. Okay. That's how we can be competitive in the marketplace. So because there is no profit on those for us, there's also no profit for you. Okay, so we can't attach points to anything that we can't make money on, right? I can't pay commissions on something that I pass the costs straight on. So in order for you to get your points, you do need to do the autosaver program. You do need to purchase one of the coins that qualifies for those points. So I would encourage people, if you want to set up a program where you're putting $20 a month into this thing, I would do it all day long, okay? But that would not replace a qualifying order to maintain your points for your autosaver. Good question.
All right. Next question is, what is the shipping time for the delivery? I'm not sure if they mean for the delivery from the wallet or just from the company itself.
Okay, good question. So our statement on the website is 4 or 5 days. but it's 2-day FedEx. I mean, a lot of people get it next day, couple days. Like it's really quick. Okay? I mean, we're getting stuff into Canada. I don't know if there's anybody from Canada that's on here, but we're even able to ship to Canada and like you get your stuff in 2 days. Like it's coming fast. If you don't get it, okay, and it's delayed, I want to hear about it so I can fix it. All right.
Okay. I think we already answered this question. Are we able to have physical assets shipped to us? I think you answered that already. Is sound money going to be available to all other countries? How do we know? How do we draw it if it is live in the States? I don't know what that means, but well, let's answer the first part. Is sound money going to be available from us from other countries?
Yes. In fact, I'm not a big fan of this guy, but he carries a lot of weight in our industry. So I was having lunch in Connecticut a few months ago with a guy named Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He actually ticked me off, and I'm no longer a fan of his because he called me a liar. Because, so get this, Robert Kiyosaki buys $2 million worth of gold a year. Isn't that crazy? You know where he keeps it? In private vaults like ours, all around the world. Okay? He doesn't take any of it home. He keeps it in vault. He asked me how many collector's coins we're selling every month, and I told him. He called me a liar. So I can no longer buy his books. I can't endorse him anymore. Like, he's dead to me, right? But the reason I bring that up is because I actually did a call for him, and I had about there's probably 20 or 30 people from across the country. We had people from Israel. We had people from Brazil. We had people from Australia. We had people from, did I say India? We had people from Canada. There was people from all over the country that was on this call. And the question that they asked was this very question about gold and silver. And the question they asked was, they said, we want American gold and American silver because they still believe in our government. Okay. They said, but the problem is once we buy that and we take delivery on it, we have to pay this tax called VAT tax, value added tax, right? And once we do that in the shipping, it kills us. Like, we can't afford to do that. So I told them about this concept, and every one of them was like, in a heartbeat, we would use that sound money wallet. It is not important for us to have the physical asset here. What's important for us is to know that we've bought it and we have access to it. If we ever wanted you to ship it to us, you could, or if we wanted to come and get it, we could come and get it. So when you talk about the international markets, this actually, guys and gals, this actually opens up the playing field for our company like nothing else, because you eliminate one of the biggest obstacles in moving product, and that is shipping costs and also getting products into countries, right? So the Sound Money Wallet will be available to all countries that we go into as we start doing business with them. And it will be a huge tool for all of you to be able to prospect and get people interested, because they will now be able to buy American Eagles and American Silver Eagles and Gold Eagles, which are the most sought after coins in the entire world. And they'll be able to do it without any VAT tax or the barriers of shipping. It's huge to them. They love the idea.
Fantastic. Next question. How do we withdraw if we do not live in the States?
Okay, good question. If you don't live in the States and you want to withdraw, right now what you need to do is you need to call customer care, because we need to figure out the best way to get it to you so that you're not paying a huge VAT tax and so that we can get the shipping where we need it to be. Okay, so like Canada, Canada's no problem. If you request it through the wallet, it's going to go, okay? I believe even Australia right now, it will go. Singapore, we just talked about last week. I think they talked about it. There's still some barriers there for shipping. So most of the countries that we're in right now, you just request it, we're going to mail it to you, okay? And the shipping is going to be nominal. The newer countries we're bringing on, we're working out the issues in some of those.
Next question. So all gold and silver are in form of a coin?
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. It's going to be a gold eagle or it's going to be a silver eagle. Okay.
Is this real gold or ETFs?
Good question. This is like you can bite it and make a dent kind of real gold. Okay. It's the real stuff.
All right. How do you go? Okay, we don't worry about that. Get with the person who invited you on the call to talk about how you sign up. Can you bring gold from other companies?
Yes. So if you have gold eagles or silver eagles that you have purchased from anywhere else and you want them to be in your Sound Money wallet, just call us. Let us know that you want to put in your Sound Money wallet. We'll arrange for it. You can drive it here if you want. You can ship it to us. And then once it's here, we will give you the value that is based on the Sound Money wallet landing page, whatever it says, right? The going price of what the buyback price is. And we will put that silver into the vault and we'll immediately credit your account with that silver. Okay. Now this is important for people to understand. If you bring me silver eagles that you are in love with and you want those silver eagles back, we will not be able to deliver that. Okay. Because so there's not like a space on the shelf that says this is Ricardo's gold, this is Ron's gold, this is Tony's gold. The reason we do all gold eagles and all silver eagles is because all of that goes together. Okay. Now we know who owns what as far as how much of it you own. Okay. So if you give me a certain dates of silver eagles and you expect to get those back, if you ever want us to ship it to you, that's not going to happen. Okay. So, if these coins are like they were great grandpa's or whatever, and you want them back, don't send them to me to put in the Sound Money wallet vault. Okay. Does that make sense?
All right. I see we here have a couple of questions about how do we sign up? And I'm not going to bore Zach with that because he gets that all the time. But listen, if you get with the person who invited you on this call, that's the person you're going to refer back to as far as you becoming a customer. Speaking of that, there was someone who asked, if you don't want to be affiliate or refer people, is it better, smarter to buy silver and gold independently?
I don't know if I completely understand that question, but I would say this: memberships have its privileges, and whether you find yourself as someone who wants to strictly buy gold or silver, or you want to build a business with us, there's a place here for everyone. Okay. You do not have to buy something every single month to keep your membership. If you just simply want to buy bullion, that's great, right? You can buy bullion. Now, if you want to take a full advantage of the membership, there are certain things that you can do to take full advantage of the membership. But we don't require, in order for you to make purchases, to buy bullion or collectible coins or do coin drops for that kind of stuff, we don't require that you make a purchase every month or that you recruit or build a team or anything like that. Okay. It's totally up to you. Like you come to us and do business with us how you want to do business with us. We hope in the future that we can inspire you and we can show you a way to be able to earn more money. Even if you're making great money, show you how to change other people's lives. But if that's not for you, totally cool. Like, let us just do business with you however you want to do business. Okay. And we'll have a long relationship together. So there's a lot of different ways you can interact with us through your membership.
Fantastic. Listen, I see a lot of things going towards memberships, going towards ranking up. What I'm going to tell you guys to do is that we want to jump on a presentation and see a presentation. More than that, we want to keep these questions to the question to Zach of where the company's going. How about our Sound Money wallet? I see there's a cost to store coins. There was, I think we answered that early on in the process. No, there's no cost to do so. If you guys have, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if I can touch that one real quick. So with your membership, and you're on autosaver, you get a free space in the vault. Okay. So you get free space. Once you fill it up and you want additional space, then there is additional cost to purchase more space in the vault. But as a member, we give you free space in the vault. And I think the space we give you can hold up to 52 collectible coins. Okay. So you got a year's worth of storage for free as part of your membership.
Halfway decent question. Good question. When will more countries be open in Asia or Europe?
That is a good question. And if I had the answer to that, I would give it to you, but I don't. It's a process, you guys. So the things that we look at, I will tell you this. The things that we look at is regulation. obviously is number one, right? How complicated is it to get into a country, and how cost efficient is it to get into a country? The more regulation, typically, the higher the cost to get in, the higher the risk to the company. So right now we're looking at countries that have fairly low regulation, because it also makes it easier for you guys to sell memberships and build in those countries. And we also, the other thing we look at is, where's the need, right? So if I got one person that says, hey, Zach, we really, really, really need to get into Iceland, and Iceland is like got no regulations, but I've only got one person that knows anybody in Iceland. I'm like, yeah, low regulation, but not a high demand, right? So we look at countries where people say, I got good contacts here. We can go here. We have a lot of influence here. So let us know, you guys, where your contacts are and what countries that you would like to have opened next, because we're not going to pretend like we know everything and that we know exactly where you guys want to go and where you have your relationships. Let us know that, and we will look at those countries and we'll prioritize them based on the ease of getting in, the regulation, the cost, and we'll try to open up as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly can.
Fantastic. I'm going to ask this question. I think this is a good question. Joan Q asked this question. How long has, no, that's not the one I want. Could you explain 7K healthcare plan a little bit more, please? I don't think we touched on that, but just a tip of the iceberg, Zach, if you can, please.
Yeah. So tip of the iceberg, it's an awesome plan. Get on it if you don't have insurance.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good plan. Okay. It is I will just tell you this. It is a ERISA. I think it's ERISA. It is the agency that basically approves healthcare plans. There are a lot of plans out there that are you've heard of these Christian funded healthcare plans, where they're like self-funded, and then you go to the doctor and then they decide if they're going to pay the doctor or whatnot. Those fall outside of government regulation. So they're not subject to government regulation where, for example, okay, if I had, and this is probably the most important thing you need to understand about our healthcare program. If I had a medical emergency and I went to the doctor would bill my insurance company if I was on one of these Christian medical plans, okay, where I'm outside of this ERISA or government mandated plans. And then the Christian healthcare plan would decide when, if, and how they would pay the doctor. And so the doctor, if he doesn't get paid within 60, 90 days, is going to send me to collections. And I'm going to say, whoa, why'd I get sent to collections? My insurance company said they were going to pay you. There is no mandate on those companies in the time frame they have to pay these doctors. With the plan that we have, it operates like a Christian plan where it's self-funded, but because they fall under the ERISA laws, they have to pay within a 30-day window. So you don't run any of you get all the benefits of having these really cool plans, but you still, you don't run the risk of somebody sending you collections because it doesn't get paid, okay? It's very cost effective. It's great plans. If you can now enroll businesses, so they have to have 2 or more employees in the business, right? All you do is you set them up with set an appointment up with an insurance agent, okay, that we give you, and then the insurance agent does all the work for you. Okay, all you do is you set the appointment. You don't have to sell the plan. You don't have to talk about the plan. You don't have to know anything about the plan. You say, hey, look, would you be interested in getting a quote? They say yes. You have to set them up with an agent. Okay, it's right on the website how to do that. The agent talks to them. They sell it. You get points. Every time they pay their premium, you get commissions.
We're getting bombarded with questions now. Now I'm gonna slow it down because I want to be very respectful of your time. I know you have a
You're
family.
Hey, I'm here all night, but you guys probably want to be done.
Listen, don't say that.
Well, look, but here's the problem. Ricardo and Mike, like, they got to get after Silver. So at some point, we guys put this down.
That's my whole point, right? And they will. Here's a good question. And this is probably one of the main reasons that I would love having the CEO or one of the co-founders on the line is this. Can we get a teaser about the future directions of the company? I think that's an awesome question. A teaser.
You know the saying, loose lips sink ships. So I don't want to give any secrets away. Let me just tell you this, okay? How many of you have been buying these collector's coins, which, by the way, somebody asked a question about getting an enrollment. Okay, I'm going to give you one piece of advice when you get your enrollment. There is going to be a question that pops up, and you're going to see a picture of a coin. We're going to make you a one-time offer when you get your membership to purchase a coin. Buy the coin, okay? Buy the coin. You will never get that offer again, and most likely that's a coin that we did in either a coin drop or a variety coin that we sold out of, and people are asking how they get one, okay? I'm just giving you a hint here. So if you want instant equity, we're giving you an offer to buy a coin at a sweet deal that nobody else got the offer that nobody else got to buy it at, where you got instant equity, okay? So now with that coin, how many of you have ever asked the question, where am I supposed to sell these collector's coins? Okay, just say yes in the chat. If you've been like, okay, I'm collecting all these coins, what am I supposed to do with them? How am I going to sell them? Do I take them to the pawn shop? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. That's a project that I'm working on right now. And when that lands, it will not only revolutionize the company, but it will revolutionize the world. Okay, I have given Miles Standish a sneak peek. If you guys know who Miles Standish is, it blew his mind. He's like, I can't believe nobody has done this yet. And if you guys execute on this well, it will completely change the coin world. Okay, so there's a sneak peek. There's one sneak peek about what's one thing that's coming. Oh, Sound Money Wallet. Okay, how many of you have Venmo or Cash App or Square or any of those, right? How come you downloaded the app? Somebody asked you to at some point, right? Somebody said, hey, I want to pay you on Venmo. And you said, what the heck's Venmo? And they're like, oh, here, you go to the app store, get the app, and then they paid you through Venmo, right? Could you imagine what would happen one day if someone was like, well, can I download Sound Money Wallet on my app and just pay anyone through Sound Money, even if they're not a member? I don't know. Marinate on that for a while. Okay, that's all I'm giving. That's all I'm giving. Think about that as a recruiting tool.
Let me see, what other good one? We had the variety. What is the price difference between the customer and the membership purchase? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this question. I mean, do this for you right after because again, I don't want to tie up Zach. You know, this is time. But I can do a presentation for you guys at 11 o'clock Eastern time. If there's anybody is there anybody who wants to see a presentation that has not seen a presentation of the company and a breakdown of the compensation plan? In the chat area, put yes. Is anybody who wants to take? Yeah. Great. So I could do a presentation if you guys want to, because I have the king of presentations on the line. But I don't know. He's looking at me kind of crazy, like, I don't believe you're sitting there trying to put me up to do this at 11 o'clock. But I know he's always willing. Mr. Tony Hubbard loves doing presentations at 11 o'clock Eastern time. But we would love to send out a link to do a Zoom call presentation. And the reason I say that is because, you know, the point of Zach being on this call is so that you guys can really touch and feel exactly what this company is all about, just to get a sneak preview of where we're going over the next 60, 90, 120 days. And I really, really appreciate you, Zach, getting on this call. Because, I mean, that one call you did for me with Mike and those guys, you blew my head off with the Sound Money Wallet. And I thought all these people need to hear about what we're doing. Can you talk real quick about my favorite is the Silver 90? If you can talk a little bit about that. Because
Yeah.
I think that's going to put them over the hump right here. When we talk about what they get if they can hit silver in 90 days.
Yes. So we have a program right now. If you go to the associate training, that it's one of the very last videos that it breaks it down, explains to you exactly how you can get it done. Okay. But the carrot that is hanging out there is if you hit silver in 90 days and then you hold it there, okay, there's a certain period of time you got to hold your rank. We will give you a 100-ounce silver bar. 100-ounce silver bar. So I do the math. How much is silver worth today? Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's a lot more money than when I first put the promotion out. And everybody in the office is like, Zach, you got to put a cap on this. Like, you got to have a 100-ounce silver bar or something of this value. I'm like, nope, silver bar rolls, baby. Silver bar rolls. How many of you have held a silver? I want a 100-ounce silver bar. Anybody on here? Oh, yeah, yes. Dude, legit or legit? Yeah. Yeah, so you hit silver 90 days, we'll buy you a 100-ounce silver bar.
So I know Mike is right there. Ricardo's right there. I know Mike A is right there to get that silver bar. And I know there are a lot of people on this call right now that are looking to get that silver bar. I'm excited about what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely excited about the direction of where the company's going. I often say this, we're getting in before the wave, way before the wave. And the best part about it is that we're not selling pills, potions, and lotions. We're not becoming, as me and Mr. Hubbard always laugh about, is that, you know, a lot of the times the networkers are often what we call garage qualified, right? And Zach, you know what I'm talking about, man. People who just buy all kind of whatever just to put in their garage. And now listen, compare that to today. I would love to yell at my wife and say, Jesus, could you get the car out the way, because we're garage qualified over here. That's what I want to be, is garage qualified with gold and silver in my garage. That's the whole point of that. So I thank you so much, Zach. I mean, we could probably be on this call all night long, but I see Mike and Ricardo over there steaming at the bit to go build their business and get this thing up and running. And I know they are, but I would not be, again, remorse if I didn't bring my good friend, Mr. Hubbard, just to say one word. And then if I can, ladies, I don't know if I could do it, put it in the chat area, that we could have a presentation right after this. Mike, Ricardo, what do you think? Do a presentation right after this?
Yeah, definitely. I got a lot of people text me saying they definitely want a company presentation. And man, my head, I had no idea what I was getting into. This thing is next level. I mean, I thought, you know, I was excited and I thought I understood what this thing was about. And I have no idea. But I'm just as fired up. Zach, man, you awesome, brother. I can't wait to link up with you and where this company is going. And I did have one question, personal question myself. How do I fund the Sound Money wallet?
Good question. Yeah, great question. So let me just show you real fast.
Okay.
This will be quick. Okay, so can you guys see my screen again? Sound Money wallet?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So you guys see this button right here that says set up? If I click this button, it's going to bring up a page that is basically going to have you put in your bank account, which, by the way, this is also revolutionary. Nobody else is doing this, okay? Some of you have done this before with cryptos or other trading platforms or whatever. When you go in here, I'm not going to unlink this one. So when you go in here, traditionally to link up an account, you got to go through the process of putting your bank account information. You got to put your routing number in. You got to give them all your information, like all the stuff, right? It's kind of a pain. We have partnered with one of the biggest companies in the world that was begging to do business with us, and we've decided they're a good fit for us. And so because of that platform, when you go hit that setup button, it's going to ask you to identify your bank. Okay. Now I will say some of the smaller banks are not in here. I'm talking really small banks. Okay. And if your bank's not in here, you let us know. We'll talk to this company. They'll go try to get your bank on. But the process is you're going to go click your bank, or in the search, type in your bank. Okay. It's going to ask you to put in your bank's username and password. Okay. So the username and password you use to log into your bank. When you do that, it is going to automatically verify your account, and it is automatically going to link your account up that fast. Okay. None of this, I'm going to deposit 5 cents and 6 cents into your account in 3 days, go identify it, let me know how much I put in to make sure it's real. Like, you bypass all that process. You can literally have your bank set up in, I think mine took 35 seconds to set it up. Okay. Once you do that, now you're just simply going to go here to this transfer Mike, stop sharing. You go to the transfer button, okay? And it's going to say transfer from, and you're going to pick your bank is in there, right? And it's going to show either ACH, wire, or whatever. So that's how you get money into the wallet, is you transfer from your bank to either cash, gold, or silver. Make sense?
Definitely. Yeah. Appreciate that. It's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
All
Perfect.
right. Well, thank you, Zach, Ricardo. Listen, Tony Hubbard, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I'm not saying that to be facetious, but I want to make sure that we have enough time to do a presentation at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you can just, and for those who don't know, Tony Hubbard's a gold with the company, been with the company since its conception. He came from another gold and silver company, phenomenal gentleman. He came very highly recommended through Zach. So I'm gonna get out of the way. Mr. Hubbard, can you say a few words? Unmute yourself first and give us a couple words.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, it's always a pleasure to get jumping on a call like this when you're fortunate to be able to get one of the co-founders of the company. And one of the things I want to share with you guys, and maybe some of you guys are new to network marketing, or this is your first time, and you've only been a part of this company for a short period of time. I was blessed to be one of the 200 and something people that started day one back in November of 2016. And I'm a 16-year veteran of the space. This is my third company. And oftentimes, ladies and gentlemen, I've always prayed about being at the right place at the right time. And I think we all know people that became wildly successful in life because they were at the right place at the right time, and they just seized the opportunity. And if you don't know tonight, I want to tell you emphatically, this is the right place. This is the right time. The question is whether or not you're going to seize the opportunity. I am thoroughly convinced, ladies and gentlemen, we have the right people in place. This company will always do the right thing, and it is a company of character. So I want you guys to understand that in the next few years, mark my words, this company, 7K Metals, is going to be a household name. Because when you look at all the amenities that are on the table, the fact that our product is not as good as gold, but it's actually silver and gold, and getting paid now up to $12,500 on a weekly basis, 7K Metals, we are the best kept secret in the network marketing space. But we definitely will be a household name over the next few years. And I want you guys to understand, I've been blessed to earn, a few $1 million in the space. But here's what I want you guys to understand. And I would encourage you to do the very same thing. One of my mentors, when I first got involved in this space, was Mr. Zig Ziglar, and he said it like this. He said, you can have everything you want out of life if you simply help enough other people get what they want out of life. And the only way you will reach to the top of this compensation plan, and trust me, because we were able to do that before they changed it in June of last year, is by helping people on your team also become successful. So if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, my promise to you tonight is that success will not elude you. Back to you, Ron Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. Thank you. I want to turn it back over to Mike. This is your show, Mike. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, and we're going to get going here at 11 o'clock, if you guys don't mind. For those who want to see a presentation, 11 o'clock. Turn it back over to you, Mike. You got to push the little button that says unmute.
I'm used to having control. I got to get used to this co-host thing. So Zach, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I know the first time we met, it was a short notice, and just to see the growth of how many people were there till now is just mind blowing. And we're just starting on this journey, and I'm just so excited to see what this company is doing and what we're doing together as a team, and to keep that in mind, to bring it back to being positive with our mindset and building each other up is what this is all about. Thank you, Tony, for jumping on. I've heard so many amazing things about you, so I'm looking forward to get to know you even better. Guys, like everyone said, you are in the right place at the right time. To all the new people that are on the call and you're wondering all the details, Ricardo and I have vetted this. I think a lot of you have known us for a couple years now. And when we start running this hard and we get this momentum going, we don't stop. And I'm just excited to see lives change. And I'm so passionate about getting people real assets with everything that's going on in the world. this is the perfect time and place to do this. And, we can answer all those little details, but trust me, you're going to be blown away. And I think what Zach said it the best is that he didn't want to get in a program where the little guy couldn't win. And through my different experience in network marketing, that's really where I'm at now, is I don't want to be in something unless everyone can win. And I'm very, very passionate about that. And you can't lose with 7K. I mean, if you don't want to sell anything, you're going to win, because you're going to be getting assets at dealer direct costs. And I could go on and on about the details, and we'll cover that later, but I'm just super pumped. So thank you everyone for coming out. We totally blew this up. Ricardo and I we're just getting started. Like Ron said, this is just, the wave hasn't even come yet. And we're going to kill this. We're going to run it. I'm not joking. When I said I want to see 100 people on our team get 100 silver ounce bar, I'm not joking. That's my next plan now. My first goal was to hit silver. I'm doing that this week. My next goal is to get 100 people, 100 silver ounce bars. So Zach, make sure that is in the wallet. Make sure that is in the vault. Tell them it's coming. 100 people, 100 ounce bars from Mike and Ricardo, or Mike and Ricardo. We're not going to mix our names together, be anything like that. But man, I'm pumped. And I love seeing when Zach said something and I could see exactly what was going through Ricardo's mind. I know exactly what he's going to do with it and how he's going to drive it home. He's going to say Lloyd's of London 10 times in every single live he does. So I'm pumped. If you guys want to get all the details, get over there and hurry up, because we're going to be signing up, so we got to get busy. But Ron will definitely walk you guys through. He's got the man with the plan. So thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you at 11 if I'm not closing people and bringing people on to hit silver before midnight.
Before we go real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you got something out of this call in the chat, I want you to put Zach. If you got something out of this call tonight, you appreciate the co-founder, Zach, getting on the call. If you guys could just put Zach in the chat, if you got something out of this call tonight.
Thank you guys. You're awesome.
That's what I'm liking. Zach, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
Yeah. And look, hey, I'm going to tell you this, okay? We honest to goodness, even though we haven't met yet, because of the capacity in which we have to do what we do, we love you. And we honestly want you to be successful. Okay? We labor every single day on your behalf. And so does every one of the corporate staff to do their best to make sure that you can win. And that is what is most important to us, is you guys winning. So thank you all for your hard work and your dedication. We couldn't do what we do without you. And the leaders like Tony and Mike and Ricardo and Chris and Ron and others of you that are on this call that aren't, names aren't mentioned, we appreciate you, okay? And you're going to change your own life, and you're going to change thousands of other people's lives. And I have a philosophy. If you have the capacity to change someone's life, you owe it to the world to do it. So let's change a lot of lives together. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you, Zach. Appreciate you. Ricardo, what we're going to do is let Zach go, because I know he has to get into his life other than being his call. We can stay right here. If you guys want to hang tight to see a presentation, if you guys want to invite somebody else out right quick, but we're going to let Zach and Mr. Hubbard, if you have to take off. I thank you guys for jumping on the call, but we're going to hang tight, and we'll do a short presentation at 11 o'clock. So just hang tight. If you guys got to get up and take a bathroom break, it'll be a great time to do it. And we'll see you guys back here at 11 o'clock on the same link. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Stack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get this thing started real quick. Can you guys see me? If you see me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can see what I'm talking about, 1 in the chat. I know they're right. All right. I'm going to get this. I'm going to share my screen real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a short version, but I think it covers everything that we need to cover as far as the direction that we're going in this company. If I can find it now, I just had it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get back to the basics. There it is. All right, guys. You guys got a lot of information tonight from Zach, from Curtis Harlan, and from Mike A and Mike T and Ricardo. But here's the base of our company. This is what won me over right here. So I'm gonna give you, we have some people who do a lot of great presentations, but I believe in play and go. Just push the button. That's it. Simply sharing your presentation by pushing the button. This is what I share with a lot of people. So I'm gonna get right into it. Let me do this real quick so I can make sure my audio is on good. And then I'll step back into it. Hold on. Let me make sure I did this thing right. I'm getting used to doing the Zoom stuff. All right, share sound. All right, here we go. All right.
If you're watching this video, you probably already know the value of gold and silver and probably already own some yourself and definitely want more. But you're wondering, why 7K? We have a different kind of model. We've built and leveraged relationships spanning the globe in the precious metals industry to bring you an exclusive membership model that for the first time, regardless of your financial circumstances or how little you have to spend, makes buying gold and silver easy and accessible to you. Here at 7K, we use the power of gold and silver to provide a way for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. A small part of our exclusive membership is giving you access to the power of precious metals at the absolute best price. How? We cut out the middlemen and act as our own broker, wholesaler, and dealer, saving you money and making buying precious metals even more affordable. In the traditional model of buying gold and silver, by the time it gets to you, it's passed through many different people who each take a cut before passing it to the next. Sometimes it passes through as many as 4 to 5 people or organizations, being marked up each time before you have access to purchase it. We do things differently. As I mentioned, we cut out everyone in the middle and offer gold and silver to you at extremely competitive prices. Oh, and did we mention that there are no minimums and no maximums, period. One of the major advantages of your new membership is we do the work for you. Some people avoid buying numismatic and collectible coins simply because they're scared and don't understand their true value and have no idea what they're looking for. But the truth is, if you're not buying collector's coins, you're likely to repeat the $1.2 million mistake. This is what a certain collection of coins is worth today if you had just purchased one of them a month since 1986. The good news is you don't have to repeat the same mistake twice. We do the research for you and put collecting coins on autopilot. Now, you're probably no newbie to silver and gold and know there are many reasons why collecting coins is a smart thing to do. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Why? Because of discipline. Most people today lack the discipline to do the small things that will lead to big things over time. This is why we created the Autosaver program. It's an optional program in 7K metals, but one of the things we are most loved for. Basically, we will send you a collector's coin every single month. At the end of the year, you'll be able to look back and see that you have been collecting something that will change your life forever. Something that will have a lasting impact for generations to come. Fact is, you're going to spend the money anyway. So you may as well spend it on something that will help you accumulate real wealth. Our Coin of the Month, or Autosaver program as we call it, not only helps you with discipline, but also gets you in the coin collecting game, which is one of the most valuable things we learned as we researched gold and silver. We had no idea how valuable and how easy it is to collect the right coins when you know what you're doing. So, by participating in our Autosaver program, you get all of these benefits in 3 options. You can have an MS-70 Silver Eagle shipped to your door every month, a variety coin, a specialty coin, which is a gold or low minted silver coin, or all 3. I've already told you a bit about the MS-70 Silver Eagle. This is the $1.2 million mistake coin. This is the one that I wish someone would have told me about years ago. Now, on the variety coin, it's the rarity and story that gives these coins value. How many are there? What's the story around them? Not only can there be a lot of money with these collectibles, but they're actually the most fun to collect for people of all ages. Our Variety Coin of the Month program gives you access to coins from different mints around the world. We're constantly searching for the newest and most interesting coins being issued, and guess what? We find them. We rate them on rarity and potential future value and choose the best ones for our members. We do all the searching, research, and evaluation so you don't have to. Now, honestly, some people are just in love with gold and high-end, low-mintage silver collectible coins, which is why we have this option as well. The 7K Specialty Autosaver is also a carefully selected collectible coin that we send to your door every month. So by choosing to become a member of 7K, you'll get access to our buyer certification program with no monthly commitment. Access to unlimited silver and gold bullion, no minimums, no maximums, period. Access to our exclusive autosaver program. You'll get access to the collectibles that show to be the most rare and hold the greatest promise of potential future value. And you also become part of a group of like-minded people that are changing an industry and ultimately the world. Now, as I mentioned earlier, here at 7K, we use the power of gold and silver to provide a way for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. While collecting gold and silver certainly contributes to this, we don't stop there. If you like our story and want to share it with others, we'll pay you for that sharing. It's no different than you sharing your favorite restaurant, a movie you liked, or a new book you just read. No difference, except we actually pay you for sharing it. Fact is, if you like something, you're going to share it anyway, and we feel you should be rewarded for that. We certainly appreciate it, and it's our way of thanking you. And beyond that, it's just another way for us to use the power of gold and silver to provide you a way to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. Oh, one last thing. Something we noticed as we did our research was that some of the wealthiest people and corporations make up the largest buying group of precious metals. And we learned from them that silver and gold is really about a lifestyle. What better contributes to a rich lifestyle than travel? Not to mention, it's something that just about everyone wants to do more of. So we decided to reward you again for being part of 7K Metals. With your membership purchase of $199, $359, or $499, we send you a travel savings card worth $125, $250, or $500. And each time you purchase a qualifying coin, you receive an additional card worth one of those amounts. You can use these cards on your very own getaway discounted travel booking site. In fact, on a recent family vacation, I saved over $800 using my travel savings cards. No strings attached. It's practically like getting a membership for free and free silver every month. So here's what I want you to do now. Click the button below that says Become a Member. Or if you don't see one, get back to the person that sent this to you and they can help you get started. If you're even the least bit curious about how we pay you for sharing, click the button below that says Next Video, or click the next video you'll see on the screen.
All right, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the next part of this, and that's how you make the money in this company, I wanted to share with you what makes sense. And I think all of this makes sense. I have never seen a compensation plan that shows that much residual this fast. Usually when I look at a network marketing that has this much potential this fast, that company is about 6 or 7 years old. I know there was a question earlier. I think November will be approaching the 4th year that this company has been in existence. So a very, 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 very short stint with this company. So I'm going to play how you get paid, and then I'm going to go over a little bit of a short bit of a training real quick and show you how we break down how you advance in this business. So let me jump right back into this and show you guys the training side of this, or how you make money, I should say. Hold on.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid for sharing? Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199. Our standard plus is $359, and our premium annual membership is $499. Now you can't go wrong with any of them, and they all put silver in your hands immediately. When you refer your first two memberships, you will immediately have two teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. For simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points. A standard plus earns you 100, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. When you accumulate 500 rewards points on both your right and left teams, you earn a $500 commission check and become an associate. Now for those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement, and the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, you can earn a $500 check per week. As a copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000 per week. Silvers can earn up to $3,500 per week. Golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You can almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember, you earn 50, 100, or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on memberships. For each coin of the month anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional 15, 20, or 30 rewards points. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you ever want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. That's all there is to it. So here's what I want you to do now. If you like our story, become a member, share it, and get paid. If you like the idea of buying gold and silver and you want to get it at the best price, become a member and join the Coin of the Month program today. Either way, you win. Click the button below now and take the next step to changing your financial future forever. Welcome to 7K Metals, where we believe in you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the inside of it. Let me share with you.
So you want to learn?
Not that one. These are some of the coins that we talked about earlier that Zach talked about on our call, which is our numismatic coin that, you're rated on a numismatic scale by a numismatist, and that is a person who graded. Zach talked a little bit about Miles Standish a little bit. Miles Standish worked for PCGNS or NGC. He worked for those guys, partnered with those guys. He's probably graded over 1 million coins so far. The great thing about it is Miles came out with this coin. I'm just saying, this doesn't happen every day, but Miles came out with this coin back in February when I first got into the company. And he said this coin sold for $199. And he said within 3 years, this coin would cost more than $5,000. Well, I'm going to show you something later on in this presentation. This is a coin that I saw on eBay. Same thing. Silver Eagle coin that Zach talked about earlier today, probably sold for about $199. If you look here at the bottom, it's selling for $9,999. And the reason why is this, because low mintage, right? When you say MS70, that's the highest rating you can have on a coin, for those who don't know. So 1 to 70, 70 is the highest rating you can have on a coin. This is the coin that I talked about, that Miles Standish coin that we came out with in February. Today, you probably can't get that coin for less than the 1 ounce, for probably less than $3 grand. And then for the 2 ounce, you probably couldn't get it for $6 grand. That just shows you how it increases in value. So when we start talking about that $1.2 million mistake, these are some of the things we point out. Back in 2000, if you'd have bought that Silver Eagle, again, when we started talking about that $1.2 million mistake, if you'd have purchased that 2000 Silver Eagle 1 ounce coin back in 2000, that coin today is going for $12,995. And the main reason why these prices spike so high is because low mintage. I think because of Y2K back then, that's the reason why this coin was so popular. These are some of the coins that we have, or I have. This again is one of my sets that I've had since I've been in this business. That's Big Bertha, as Mr. Tony Hubbard talks about. That's the silver coin that Zach was talking about, that 100-ounce bar that you can hit for just hitting silver. We're going to talk a little about that. So for those questions we had, for $199, you get 50 points in your organization. For $359, you get 100 points in your organization. And for $499, you get 150 points that come through your organization, no matter where they come through. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. It was almost 200 new people on this call. Almost 200 new people on this call. Imagine if you had just half of those people, 100 people come in this business at $199. That's 50 points times 100 that you'll get. Those points equate to dollars. As you talked about having 50 points in your left or 500 points in your right, 500 in your left, imagine you having 50,000 or 5,000 your first week in this business. That's why it's so imperative right now, ladies and gentlemen, that you get into business so that you can get in before the rest of the people get in. That's the name of the game, right? So let's go through this a little bit of illustration. Let's say you get in, you put one person on your left, one person on your right. All we do is duplicate that. Teach those two people to do the same thing. So in that same token, anybody above you, if they put two people in, you can't stick people between people. So they have to go at the end. So let's just say the people above you, Ricardo, Mike, all those guys, Mike A, all these Marco, you have all these leaders putting people into business. Well, if you get in, and they have to put those people underneath you. So if they put somebody underneath you for $199, you get 50 points. $349, you get 100 points. $499, you get 150 points. That's all the way back up, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing. That's why I keep saying to you guys, this is the biggest, the best time to get into this company so that you can take advantage of that. There are some people in this business, and I'm telling you to be honest and true. There are some people in this business who will put one person on the left and one person on the right, and they'll get a $500 check every single week because they got in at the right time. And I often don't say that. When somebody calls me up and says, Ron, all you got to do is put one person on your left, well, I don't believe that. In this business, I truly believe it because it's happening every single day. So if I had 720 points, again, I'm sorry. So every month, when people buy a coin, an autosaver coin, the coin of the month, they get 50 points, 20 or 30 points every single month. So let's just say, through what we're looking at right now, if I had 720 points on my left and 720 points on my right, regardless if I put them in, all I had to do is put one person on my left and one person on my right. As people above me start putting people in, I get paid off of that. We cycle at 500. So if I had 500 on my left, 500 right, I get a $500 check. Then those 720, that 220 for the next one, it'll carry over to the next month. Now, we talked about the basic, variety, and specialty coins. Those are the autosavers. So every month, you can either pay $95 for the basic, which you're just going to get a collectible coin. Variety coin is $129. When you're going to start getting coins that are low mintage coins. Like there was one that had the Black Panther on it. And based upon what has just happened recently, somebody paid $130 for that coin, maybe back in January. That coin is probably worth almost $1,000 based upon what happened with the Black Panther actor. The specialty coin, $299. That means you're going to get a 10th ounce of gold or a bullion every single month with that. Then you're going to get points off of those every single month. Now, going through this real quick, this is what excited me. This is what really, really excited me, because in the first 24 to 48 hours, I tell everybody to do it. I tell you to do it today. I tell you, if you got in this business, you should find one person to put on your left and one person to put on your right and become an associate as fast as you can. Because what I tell people, and again, as my good friend Tony Hubbard always talks about this, he says, if you have done a thing, you can teach a thing. We've made millions in this industry. And what I know to be true is success likes speed. If you want to make a lot of money in this business, You can't tell somebody to do something that you haven't done. So the first thing I do is tell people, get in the business, put one person on your left and one person on your right. That makes you an associate. Now, all I simply do is say, hey, listen, 500 points on your left, as I talked about, it creates associate. I see people always ask me, Ron, so if I put a person on my left and a person on my right, I get a $500 check. No, it says that you can make up to $500, right? So if I have 500 points on my left and 500 points on my right, I get a $500 check. Now, going back real quick, the next step is copper. Copper says this, I'm going to help those two on my left and on my right get two, right? Everybody can get two. So I'm gonna put one person on my left, help that person get another person. The person on my right, I'm gonna help that person get. Now, when they become associates, all I'm gonna do is put one more person on my left and one more person on my right. Now I advance to copper. I'm gonna say it again. All I have to do is help, and then I'm gonna put, remember, I just put somebody underneath somebody. What if that guy went out here and told 10,000 people? Anybody who is above that guy is going to benefit off those 10,000 people. That's why it's so imperative that you get in ASAP. Get with the person who invited you and say, listen, I'm ready to go before those other 200 people get in the business, right? So at Copper, I can make $1,000 up to $1,000 a week. That's $4,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. The thing that I like the most is on Mike's team, I think last week, first weekend, you probably had 7 or 8 people who hit Copper. That it means this, you had all that volume underneath you. Think about if you'd have gotten this business last week, you would have probably had 100 to 200 people who've already come into this business. And if those 2 people put one on their left and one on your right, that means 400 people that fast who've come into your business. Now, how do you rank up? The next ranking is bronze. All I'm gonna do is simply teach again. Help those associates become associates, help that person become copper. Once I have a copper on my left and a copper on my right, I'm gonna put one more person on my left and one more person on my right, and that makes me a bronze. Now I can make up to $2,000 a month. The next step over is silver. This is what all of us should be shooting for right today. You need to be doing this within the first 90. I say this, guys, if you can't do this in 90 days, simple. Help those 2 people again become copper, help that person become copper, help these 2 people become bronze. Put one more person on your left and one more person on your right. That makes you a silver. And now if you do this within the 90 days, you'll get a 100-ounce silver bar. You can't beat that. That's just the company welcoming you into what I call the oasis, being able to build, being able to have something that you can show somebody tangible. That bar, when I first got in this company back in February, would cost about $1,500. Today, about $3,500. That just shows you how silver is increasing. If by what they're saying is silver will catch gold. Now, the next step is gold, meaning that all I have to do is duplicate that. Help 2 people, one person on my left becomes silver, one person on my right becomes silver, and again, put another person on my left, a person on my right, and that makes me gold. That means I can make up to $7,000 a week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's almost $30,000 a month. That's a great living. And I know people today, because of the fact that there's only 9 golds in this company so far today, 9 golds. So somebody said to me, Ron, how much room is left? Well, there's less than 20,000 people in this company, and there's only 9 golds. And the reason I talk so highly about it is because networkers haven't yet come over here. Most of the people that are in this company are just customers trying and buying gold, transferring their wealth. But when you start having people who can become garage qualified, like most network marketers, who get into these businesses and they start buying product. Well, what if they were buying gold and silver underneath you? What if they were bringing over organizations of $7,000 or $8,000, people, and those people were buying gold and silver every single month because they understand the value of transferring wealth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you like this, is going to happen with or without you. And the best thing I can do to tell you today is this: put your head down and run. Because when you start running, you start building your business. When people that I know today who have never ever did network marketing are making $500, $600 a week, $1,000 in their first couple of weeks in this business as a residual income, it blows my mind. We will do this call again tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have some people that you want to get on this call, we won't have the co-founder on the call, but we'll have some of our other leaders on the call tomorrow night at 9:30. If you guys want to come back on and bring those people on the call, we'll have another call for you.
And one other thing I would say, look, I mean, I mean, this is phenomenal, folks. We still got 92 people live, you know, and we started out with almost 200, you know. I mean, so that's great retention right there. So obviously this thing is blowing up. You're going to have people who want to sign up. Get with me or Mike before you just start giving everybody your link. These people need to be strategically placed to help you grow your organization. So don't just start giving out your link because everybody wants to sign up. It's a fantastic opportunity, but you want to do this the right way, and we want to help you get that silver 100-ounce bar within 90 days, and we're doing that within 30 for the team.
Hey, I will add this. We've had 12 people join since we started this at 8:30, so that's how fast this thing is rocking.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yep, I love it. So I mean, and me and Mike plan on doing a strategy session as well for everybody to help them understand, you know, maybe some back office, but also, you know, because a lot of people ask me, you know, where do I place this person and who should I give them to, you know, once they get to associate. And so we're going to help you so you know exactly how to promote yourself in your business, how to read the comp plan and the share plan so you can get to the next level. Because we definitely, that's Mike's goal. That's also my goal. I was saying 50 to 100 people to win that 100-ounce silver bar. And we're doing it. And so this thing is growing, and we're going to help others do it as well.
One question I saw there is, how much is the gold and silver? We get dealer direct prices. I just made a Facebook post today. I looked up a 1/10 gold coin from JM Bullion versus us. JM Bullion was $40 more. They were like 260-ish. We were like 220, like 228 or something. Every time I look and compare any place you can get gold and silver on the internet, we beat them. We beat silver, JM Bullion by $4 on silver. We beat JM Bullion by about $140 on gold. Plus all the other benefits of the company. I mean, Ron doesn't even talk, I mean, Ron's made it. He doesn't even talk about the travel. Like every auto ship order, you get a $125 travel card you can use at like basically in a hotel. I mean, literally this membership pays for itself. If you want to buy gold and silver and you get a membership, you can't lose. Like there's no way you lose. If you never sign up anyone, you never tell a soul, which is kind of selfish, but you cannot lose with this company. Even when you get the membership, the yearly membership, they give you gold and silver and a travel card. Like just the $200, you're literally making a profit from the silver and the travel you get. I mean, I love Zach's vision tonight of not allowing anyone to lose and the little guy can win. Like you cannot lose being a member of 7K. So last thing I would say is this. You don't need to sell 7K. It sells itself. What you have to do is build people up and get them to believe in themselves. That's it. They've been burned, they've been hurt, whether it be in network marketing or just in the world today. I mean, we're going through some just crazy times right now. Those people who can put those distractions aside, focus on their future, their mindset, their family, their legacy, those are the people you want to lock arms with. Don't try to convince people. If people don't see this, feel sorry for them, pray for them, but wasting time on them is not what you need to do now. Right now, you need to secure your financial future. You need to secure real assets, and you need to reach out to as many people and try to help them. Run. This is not a marathon right now. This is a sprint to get this going and to help as many people as we can, because people are suffering out there. They're hurting. They need hope and they need assets, because the amount of money we're printing right now is unprecedented in human history and it's not going to stop. So when you reach out to people, this is an opportunity to change their life and present it as that. If they're not ready for it, then move on to the next person. But you need to, I mean, this is like a life preserver. And if they're not ready for it right now, just say, hey, let me know when you are and move on. Because you're not going to convince them against themselves. Look for people you want to build up and lock arms with. Because Ricardo and I are ready to run. And when we start doing what we want to do, there's nothing going to stop us. Ricardo, I wasn't here for a while. Do you need any time to?
No, man, this is fantastic. Look, so like Ron said, I know a lot of people tomorrow, man, we're gonna keep it rolling because this kind of momentum, people are fired up. They need to see another presentation. They want to get other people on to see what we got going on. So like Ron said, tomorrow at 9:30. Any other little questions that we didn't get to, you can get in contact with us or get in contact with the person that shared this video with you. And, we'll get those questions and answers. Otherwise, we'll take care of them tomorrow. And, no, that's it. That's it. So I got nothing else. Unless y'all got something else, everybody have a good night.